What is a name? Is it simply a noise people use to get your attention, or does it have some deeper meaning? All right, I'm going to stop spinning because I'm going to make myself really dizzy. One could say a name is merely a branding exercise your parents locked in before you had object permanence. So where did names come from? As society evolved, we began to need unique identifiers to differentiate individuals within tribes and communities, and we chose these names often based on physical and character attributes. According to the book Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind, the earliest known name is Kushim, who may have been an accountant. Eventually, we ran out of first names, and society said, what if we added a second name that was also your job? And that's how we got Baker, Smith, and Carpenter. Or it might be patronymic, like Jackson or O'Brien. I feel like people generally fall into two categories. The first is the mononymous, the purist, the people who only use one name and all other names are forbidden. I'm talking about the Christophers who are never Chris or Topher or Stoph. The second category is the polyonymous, the people who go by many diminutives and nicknames. I'm thinking of luminaries like our 26th president, Teddy Roosevelt, also known as Teddy or TR or the Bull Moose or the Colonel, or Jennifer Lopez, aka J-Lo, or Jenny from the Block, or, not him, sorry. As an out and proud polyonymous person, I cycle through a lot of names. The name on my birth certificate is James, which came from a paternal great-uncle and my maternal great-grandfather. I can't say I've ever really identified as a James. I've always kind of perceived it as an old man name. My parents have always called me Jet or the Jet because apparently I was a very fast child. My mom loves to tell this story about how I stuck my fist in my birthday cake at my first birthday party and she was yelling at my dad saying like, "What's wrong with you? Can't you control a 1-year-old?" His response was, "He's too fast. He's like a jet plane." That reference stems from Top Gun, which was released a few months before I was born, so jets and beach volleyball were still fresh on everyone's mind. My brother likes to call me Jim, which stems from Star Trek, and he always says it with a DeForest Kelley inflection, like, "He's dead, Jim." To other people, I was mostly a James until college, which was when the other nicknames started ramping up. Depending on the person, I was Jambo, Jammers, Jage, Jameson, Jamesy, Jimmy J, Jim Bob, anything that starts with a J, really. The one that really caught on is JJ, which are my initials. That happened on a student film where we were shooting on actual film. I was working on one of the camera assistants, and my job was to load the film magazines. So when you shoot on real film, there's like a sticker you put on the side of the magazine that says the roll number, the film stock, and if you're the loader, you initial it. So I would always sign mine JJ. The camera operator would occasionally need to ask for me, but he couldn't remember my name, so he would look up at the magazine and see it was labeled JJ, and he'd be like, "Hey, I need a JJ over here now." And for the next 3 years of college, I was pretty much exclusively known as JJ, and I was kind of all for it because I thought it sounded a lot younger and hipper. James is a guy who wears Rolexes and Lacoste polo shirts. He still pays for cable TV, and if he calls you and you don't answer, he's going to leave a voicemail. JJ, on the other hand, he's a young whippersnapper. He probably bikes to work. He has a Pentax film SLR because digital is too easy. Eventually, some people halved it to just J, whether it simply be the letter J or spelled J-A-Y, so it's an actual first name. Right now, I'm at about 50-50, whether people say JJ or J. It's almost like a test of character. Like if someone calls me James, it makes me think, you don't know me. Or maybe you do know me, but you met me during an era when I was still mostly going by James. Or I'm in trouble. Or if someone pulls out one of those deep cuts like Jammers or Jambo or Jage, I'm like, you were there back in the day. You saw some stuff. And honestly, that's what a name really is. It's not just a noise to get your attention, but a little time capsule of who you were at some point in time. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.